So, do you know what these are? Do you have these in your shop? These are called dividers. And I'm going to show you many different styles, sizes, and how to use them as we use them in the SedgeTool shop. So stay tuned. Hey, the most simplest form of a divider is you. Let's step outside. You've all done this. Check it out. You are the divider. You know how you pace things out? You're marking distance. You know you have a roughly average span of your feet. Look, I'm a divider. Okay, and when I was setting up my shed, I was trying to figure out what 12 foot was. Oh, wow, that was 4 paces, right? You're getting this, I think. That was 4 paces, so I know that's a 12-foot shed. So when I was looking to where to put something, I paced it out. So hopefully that was the oversimplification of what a divider is, but I know you've always done that. You've paced things out. Well, that's what this does. It transfers measurements. Instead of my feet, these are known as points. And if I take this and I set it at, let's just say I take an increment of measurement. I'm just going to say 100 millimeters. I can now take that and let's see, there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God, look at that. It's perfect. Roughly 1,100 millimeters. That's my distance. So when I say everybody uses dividers, okay, and there's another name that people will throw in there, a compass. Perfect layout tool and more so measuring. You've seen the old movies where the cartographers, the map guys are going like this because they take the points and put them over here to a legend or a key in the map, and they can find distances by swinging it like this. You know, sailors have used them forever. Astronomers, drafting, these particular ones are for drafting. And I want to say everybody uses them, but just about it, there's so many uses. I wanted to make sure I could show you how I use them here, because yes, I have a nice collection of them. I do collect them, but I also do use them here in the shop. And I want to show you a few of those applications. So in the woodshop realm, there's 2 books I recommend. They're by George Walker and Jim Tolpin. By Hand and I are the books that are available at Lost Art Press. And this one here is the workbook for this one. Yes, of course, the cover has dividers on them. There are so many layout applications. I'm just going to go into a few. But before we go there, I want to define parts of the divider. This is the locking mechanism. This right here is your micro adjust. Okay, and there's different varieties of these. This is a little spring that holds steel that holds it in tension. You'll see the little space in there. That's because you can micro adjust it in. So what I like to do is just take it like here to that and set it at 100 millimeter or any dimension I want, just like that. And then I lock it in here, okay? And I can micro adjust it in to really tweak it exactly where I want. I always try to find dividers that for using them, that this mechanism right here locks it in nice and stout, because I don't want to lose my dimension from point to point. There's dividers you'll find out here that when you bring them in, there's no locking. These are pretty good for a quick layout. And this one is very loose, so I probably wouldn't use these much because I would start going and I would lose accuracy. So the other thing I look at are the points. And yes, I like to antique hunt for these. And when I take them, I always bring the points together, make sure they're sharp, but also that they're in perfect alignment. So here's a basic set of dividers, but you have one point and you have an area to put the pencil in. And this is where people will call this more of a compass. A great application for this is designing circles or arcs. So if I take this, and you got to remember this, if I set this at, and I'm 50 millimeter, that means what? That's the radius as I lock it down. So I am actually looking for, if it's set at 50 millimeter or 2 inches, okay? That means I'm drawing a 100 what? Diameter circle. For swinging a quick radius, check this out, on what? On a corner. Hey, some of you are watching this right now and you're thinking, wow, that's really old school. It is, but it's great shop knowledge to have. Now, do I do this every time with a compass, a divider? No, I design it on my computer, send it out to my shape or origin. It's already there, or I can do it right on my phone, do all my dimensions, and I can cut it lickety-split with my origin. But this is some shop knowledge that you definitely need so you understand that tool better. But also there are other applications in the shop that make layout so much quicker than using a regular ruler or a tape measure. I'll show you. Now we come to a point where a lot of folks will think, oh, these are dividers or compasses. They're not. They're known as calipers. I'll do another video eventually on these. There's an inside caliper and an outside caliper. The majority of the time I'm using something like this is when I'm defining spindles on my lathe, okay? This takes an outside measurement here on round stock. That's one of the reasons I use these. Now, the other set are these, where the points of contact are on the outside, and these are spring loaded. So if I need to define or find out what that inside measurement is there, I can just take that, lock it in, take it out of the bore, and then take it over to my scale here, and I know for sure that that's 20 millimeters. Okay, so here's the number one application in my shop that I need dividers for. It's when I'm hand cutting dovetails and I'm doing dovetail layout. So when I'm doing my basic layout, I use one divider to lay out my half pins on either side, and I poke it in like this, and we'll do a full video eventually on this. That's why you need sharp points on your dividers. So what I'm doing is I'm laying out my tails, and this will be my half pin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mark this, and I know this is in front of you, this is gonna be a 1 to 8. So that's my half pin here, and I'll do it on the same on the other side. So over this side, the only thing I want is 3 dovetails. It's what looks good to your eye. And what I'm gonna do is I'll just set this up, and I put this in that point. I'm not gonna punch it yet. And I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3. And if I look right here, okay, there's a little bit of space. That'll be my pin size at the bottom. So now I'm happy with this, and I get these points here. So it's just pretty simple. I'm just take it, put it in that first hole for that first pin. I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then what I'll do is I'll come on the other side and go 1, 2. That right there lays out all 3 dovetails. So what I'll just come over now from this angle is I'll just lay out, see, that's my half pin. Okay, and I'll just go like this to get it away. Then I'll come over here, and I love this little layout square by Crucible because I can mark the top and the side. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense on that quick layout. You'll see how I've laid it out right here. I get 3 perfectly spaced tails. Now it's just time to saw and chop. And always remember, make sure those points stay wicked sharp. That way there your layout goes easy. Hopefully you can see how essential a set of dividers or compasses are utilized in your wood shop. Oh, before we wrap up, I got a question. Get ready. Hey, we're entering that season. Here's the question. What is your favorite holiday? Oh, be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp. Leave your answers in the comments below. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe.